Hi, hello, and welcome back to Coco's Book Nook. I am Courtney, and today we are talking about not one, not two, but 3 different readathons for the month of September. I know. Who am I? Somebody who probably shouldn't be putting all of this on my plate for September because, as we all know by now, I am getting married on Halloween, and I probably am not going to be doing a lot of this, but we're going to try. My main focus for September is going to be Aurelium, because I'm trying really hard to continue and actually do my stuff for Aurelium because it is one of my favorite readathons, and it's very creative and very fun, and I love G and Logan. So we're going to be focusing on that. I'm also going to be participating in Readathon Rebellion because of Melon. We cannot not try it. I am only going to be doing the 4 objectives and fitting books in where they can fit in those prompts. I do kind of already have some set aside for my Aurelium TBR, and so we're gonna make it work. And then I am also doing the Final Girl FMC readathon with Bo. This is a readathon based on her TBR game, and it's fun, and I like watching her play it. So I'm kind of excited to see what she has up her sleeve for this readathon. I think it's going to be fun. So for that, we don't know the prompts yet, but I am on Team Goths because we all know I love Sarah and I go where Sarah is. So, and our bonus is black covers, and we all know I have a shit ton of black covers. You can probably see a bunch of them behind me, and we need to read some of them down. So I went and I pulled all of my horror thriller-ish books off my shelf because as much as I do love fantasy, I really like to read a lot of my horror thrillers and mystery type books in September, October, and November. So there's a lot. There's a whole stack by me. To start off, let's go over my Aurelium TBR because that is literally my main focus for September, and it's gonna be fun. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 prompts. So much fun. To start off with, I am doing Craftsmage and Beastmaster, is what I did in spring semester. So in autumn, we need to do the autumn part of our classes so we can actually pass them, right? So I need to get a Q in inscription and a D in artificiary. So Q in inscription means I need to read for the O and for the Q, and for O we need to spin an alphabet wheel, and I got H. These are going to play in later, so hold on. But H, I'm going to be putting Holy Sister on here, and yes, we're going to be reading the whole trilogy. Have I read Red Sister? Yes. Are we going to reread it? Yes. But H, first prompt, Holy Sister. Next up, we have punctuation mark in the title, The Swan's Daughter, because I do need to read it. It is on my special edition shelves. I think this one's Fairy Loot. It is Fairy Loot. But I need to get to it. We're doing it. And then also for Craftsmage, I need to get a D in artificiary, which means I need to do O, Q, and D. For O, I have main character within 5 years of your age, which would put it either like 30 to 40. I did a quick Google search and it said Nettle and Bone would fit this. So we're just gonna go with it, and we're just gonna read Nettle and Bone. And then we have Q, Blade on the cover, because it works. She's got a sword. Great Sister by Mark Lawrence. Next up, we need a debut book. I did a little Google because I'm bad at following what's a debut and what's not. I just kind of read what I read. But the last Starborn Seer popped up, and I'm like, I have a fair lit of that. So. And then that is it for Craftsmage. We have 5 total books. Next up, we have our Beastmaster. This one's a fun one. First up, we need an O in Elemental Studies, and this one is a forest on the cover. So we are going to be going with Pines by Blake Crouch. We're gonna finally do it. I know I put this on a few TBRs but we're finally going to get to it, and we're gonna read it. And then we have Animal Studies. I need to get a D in Animal Studies. We have to read for all 3. For O, it's antler or horns on the cover. On the other cover, it's got like horns like on my audiobook over there, so I'm gonna be using that. But this is my physical copy of Assortment of Swords by George R.R. Martin, and I've been dying to read it. I'm waiting on Sherry, but sorry, Sherry, I'm reading this next month. So whether you get book 2 first or not, I'm going for it. Sorry, Sherry, I love you. Then we have Q, Farm Animal. I think this is supposed to mean on the cover, but I'm stretching it because they are on a ranch. We're going with Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. This is book 3 in the Rebel Blue Ranch, so we're stretching it. There's farm animals on the ranch. It's fine. And then for D, we need to do part of a trilogy. Right, sister? It fits. And then we need an O in Alchemy, which is a red cover. I am going to be going with Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle because I did not get to this in Survive the Night, so we are just going to push it on over because I do still want to read it. And then we need a Q in Restoration. So we have 2 that we need to read for. We have O, which is heart on the cover. I'm going to be going with Sinner's Retreat. I do have this out on Libby. Well, I will have it out. I have it on hold. It's been on hold for a minute, but it says I should have it for next month, hopefully. And then I need Q, which is a verb in the title. I'm going to be using Devour Me by Emily Rath because I do need to read this because I have an arc. And it's out. As you can see, it's physically in my hand. But I picked up the book because the edges are just fabulous and gorgeous, and I love it. So that concludes my Aurelium TBR. It's quite a lot of books, but it's fine. We'll be fine. So for Rebellion, we have 4 objectives. I need a fast-paced book, which I'm probably going to be using Nettle and Bone for that one, just because it is a short book. And then we have match your vibe with your current listen. I'm usually in between music, but my go-to is like emo metal. So I'm going to be doing Devour Me by Emily Rath because the cover just reminds me of that. So. And then we need a genre blend, and it says this is a romantasy, so we are going to be doing it, and I believe it was the romantasy. This one was the adult fantasy. It's okay. We're going to use it anyways. And then for 4, it's either 2+ POV or a gorgeous cover. I'm either going to be using, and I have to look at the prompts again, but I'm probably going to be using the Swan's Daughter or Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. But we will see on that portion because, yeah. But that is my Aurelium and my Rebellion tentative TBR, I should say. And then for final FMC. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 books sitting right here. That's not even all my black books that I have not read, but it's fine. To start off with, I have The Last House Will Feed by Maria Tarad. This one might not fully count because it's not mostly black, but I'm kind of stretching it, maybe. I don't know. We will see if I get there. Along with this one, there's a lot of black on it, but there's a lot of gold too. This was The Wives of Henrik Hall by Julie Liu. But we will see about those ones, but these other ones are primarily black. This one is Trading Bullets with the Devil by Kristen Cross and Mark Steinsland. Then we have Anathema by Carrie Lake. Slasher Summer by E.L. Chen. When the Devils Sing by that person. I don't even want to pronounce that. Then we have The Nightmare Man by J.A. Market. This book is pretty black, so. You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Andrew Joseph White. The actual copy of this, not the Evernight one, is mostly black, so. Wildfell by H.B. Diaz. That one's not black at all. Delicate Condition by Daniel Valentine. And then we have this one's not really black either, but Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones. The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I have Inamorata by Ava Reed. The Dinner Party by Frida McFadden. And My Monsters Ain't Like Yours by R.J. Joseph. Some of these aren't completely black, but it's fine. We will make it through, I guess. But this is my tentative TBR. There is a lot of them. I'm hoping to not chuck these through my piles, but there we go. That's what I got. So, but thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in September. Bye, guys.